teams to hop on down and get this going. As I was going to ask, do we have any trash talk to start off the night? But honestly, I just want a good, clean fight between these two. I know they've probably got their own trash talk going on in the arena now that they're loading up. Honestly, for everyone else, coming in, how does it feel just being back, right? We had a little bit of action over the summer in the off season with the invitational tournament, but still coming into this season, I feel like GMPLUS League, it just keeps getting bigger and better. The draft system is just so fun and so exciting to watch. And now we get to see two folks that have led from the very beginning. This is, again, a rematch historic. We've seen it from Season 0 all the way through Season 4.
Yeah.
And I think that this rivalry just continues to heat up.
You see the records on screen, 11-4, basically as even as it gets. The only difference is that Team 7 got that win in the playoffs when it mattered most against Bridge 4 in the grand final reset. So it really couldn't get closer between these two competitors, and this is where the season starts. The game right now is as important as the last game of the season. So this is gonna be a lot to say going on forward. And as you said, they're new rosters. Some of these characters we haven't seen in these players' hands, so it's gonna say a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm most excited to see, is just the impact of these new drafts, right? We're not going to see the curated roster that really got built out by both these players. Two brand new looks in this opening matchup that I've never seen out of either of these players. So I'm just going to be on the edge of my seat. As, the Lucina we so often associated with Mango Butter, now on the side of Team 7, and Inkling in the hands of Bridge 4 as we get this one going.
Yeah, the Inkling we didn't see last season from Bridge 4, but this might be biased on my side, but I do not enjoy playing against Inkling at all. The side B is so punishing. Inkling is such a quick character that is really hard to punish, and even the up B when landing on stage creates that little splatter that becomes really hard to punish. So again, Inkling really tough, but the the Corn on the side of the Team 7 is kind of a wild card, as you said. We haven't seen it a lot this league, so a lot of question marks, and I think we're gonna get a lot of answers here with this first game.
I'll just say my welcome to the league was against Bridge 4's Inkling, and I'm still talking to my therapist about it. He is going to play against what he's Inkling.
So far, he's done a pretty good job of holding center stage. We're seeing some decent, trade backs and good control neutral, but this could be the first stock going the way of Bridge 4. 30% down, but one stock up. And we're going to see if he can take advantage of that rage, and no advantage to be found, as we're pretty much back to dead even. Exactly what we expect out of this opener.
Oh, almost SDs there. It's not a game of Smash if you don't have a couple scares off the ledge, you know? Good shield there into the side B. And again, there's a lot of nerves. You can imagine there's a lot of nerves between these two guys right now. It's the first game of the season. You want to get everything right. And any small mistake can mean that your stock's over.
Yeah. Right now, again, both teams just staying dead even. Within 1%, that's as even as you can get. But I think both of them as well getting back into the feeling of being in the league, right? You have a little time off, sure, you have the preseason invitational, you get a couple games in, you have some off-season scrimmages, but it's not the same as when you're in the regular season. Everyone's around, and of course you're reliving that matchup that I think had all of us at the edge of our seats at the end of last season, as a good interrupt from the Inkling. That raid's not gonna work out, as this is the dangerous part of the stock when you start fishing, and sometimes you just leave the door open.
Yeah, that forward smash has such a large range that Inkling can't really do anything about it if they're in that range. But again, 99%, if Inkling wants to have any sort of chance in this matchup, they gotta hurry up and get a stock here. That's a great up B. Or up A, sorry.
Really taking advantage of that slick space in the center stage, and But again, we saw the last stock get away because you're just looking for that kill confirm and finally gonna get it off the ground, but still it took 71% to get there. And I mean, if you're coping real hard, you're like, well, now I've got the extra rage that I can use. I can get a little bit of extra damage, but we saw this Inkling get shot off stage at 77%. You're already in kill range, buddy. This Team 7 continuing his way forward, going to catch the roller, and that's map number 1 going over to our reigning champion.
And that's a big one, because in this league, getting your characters that you're not as comfortable with off the table early is the name of the game. Now that Team 7 has the core and off the table, they have a lot now they can think about. They have the Pikachu, which I know they've been cooking with recently. They have the Lucas, which is debatably their main, left on their roster. So there's a lot of options now, and having won that first game, they have to declare who they're going to play their second game. Team 7, again, still has their whole team, and we know the Zelda is undefeated last season. Maybe it's time to bring in the Zelda now and try to secure this the second game and even up this series.
Yeah, I mean, this is that moment, right? When you're making that decision, when you're trying to get that counter pick, once you're down. And I mean, we could see undefeated Zelda make her way back out. The Sora we saw do quite a lot. And now it's that next step, right? Are we going to see, this extended development? Are we going to see, return to the Inkling? Because it still had some good looks. It did just feel like, in those higher percentage moments, Bridge 4 just didn't have the right option.
And I don't know if you saw, but Team 7 in the Twitch chat just said mouse incoming. I don't know if he's kidding or if it's actually true, but if that is true, then we will see an appearance from the Pikachu. It'd be interesting to see what Team 7 picks against the Pikachu. Does he want to go more towards like a Kazuya that has a lot of that super armor that can just kind of power through all those forward air and neutral air and back air chains? Or do you want to go for something that you're comfortable with, like the Zelda or like the Sora? Only time will tell, really. It's funny because I can see what they're about to pick. I won't ruin it. I'll say it when it's on the screen. And we are getting the mouse into the Zelda, which we expected.
Yeah. And right here, is the Zelda going to be packing the rat poison that you need to even up this series? That's the question I've got in my mind. And really, on the other side, is this rat the answer to the undefeated Zelda, right? We saw that series go the way of Team 7, but this Zelda was not defeated in Season 4. She had the longest win streak across any character in the league, and so far is not showing any signs of slowing down with an early 50% lead.
Yeah, you could see how comfortable Bridge 4 is on that Zelda. But this is a new addition for Team 7 or Brian. Just started playing it this off season after the draft and already dead. Oh my goodness, I took my eye off the screen for 1 second. I think, was that a throw? I didn't see it.
No, just caught it with an up smash.
Up smash, that one hurts, for sure. But as I said, this is the first season we'll see Brian on the Pikachu. So maybe in this situation, it's the experience that's gonna help out Team 7 here.
So far, that experience doesn't seem to be doing too much. Again, it's the stage control. It's the use of that knight. It's the fireballs that come through from the Zelda that make it so difficult to just control center stage, especially the way the Pikachu wants, right? Where you get these quick entrances, you get these like up air
There we go.
Up tilt chains and good confirm on the Thunderbolt to bring us close to even, but still 50%. You're already a little scared for the Rat as he's up to 80.
Yeah, and the Rat isn't a very heavy character, so at 80%, an up smash might do it here on PS2. There's some neutral, trying to find an opening, and here we go. A little bit of a combo here for the Pikachu.
It's a little space, it's a little percentage, but now we're seeing, I think, that same moment, but inverted, right? Like on the Inkling, it was constantly looking for those smash attacks, looking for those kill confirms, and now it's the opposite. Can I just find a way in? Can I get one of my confirms going?
Oh, there it is.
And instead, it's a good roll read and another stop, going the way of the Zelda.
Yeah, you could just tell. Something that really indicates how comfortable you are with the character is how many of their moves they use. I mean, the Zelda at every instant is spamming up B, side B, down B. All of his aerials are always being used, and it just shows how versatile this character is really on stage and neutral. Good spot dodge there.
Yeah, I really like that idea because I think for Team 7, you've got to be looking for your ways to punish, especially utilization of that up B. It's got a decent amount of end lag, but of course it's so unpredictable with that little teleport. So, you know, it's a decent look, but just can't quite get there. And every moment you're just right on the edge. That down smash still not getting the job done. And almost another piece of contact off the recovery as that will finally do it. We're back to even on the last stock, exactly what we expected. Now here's the opportunity for Team 7. Try and go up 2-0 in this series. Good grab. Couldn't get the confirm, and that might mean the stock is he sent off stage, and no DI is going to save you there as the Zelda continues her streak undefeated once again.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say I'm surprised, especially with how good the Pikachu looked. I mean, at any moment you thought, oh, this Pikachu's going to get, you know, a 60% combo string, but the Zelda, just how versatile they are, takes that game too.
Now here's the opportunity. What we wanted, 7 teams. Try and go up 2-0 in this series. Good grab. Couldn't get the confirm, and we are just getting the stock. Ones is incredible. Also, huge shout out to Von Deuce for follow. Really appreciate it. All the support coming into the GMPLUS League. Always happy to have another friend here in the chat.
I think we got a Prime sub too.
Oh, and a Prime sub. I missed that one.
Yeah, I think I missed it. I saw it. I said thank you in chat. Yes, Uno2 #1. Appreciate the Prime sub. All the support. We all appreciate it. So game 3, Bridge 4 Team 7. This, I mean, I always say game 3, other than game 5, is the most important. It's the momentum. It's the, you know, who's gonna take that game point out of these two teams. And going back to the Pikachu and the Inkling. Very interesting, very interesting. Not trying anything else new. Maybe like they're like, oh, I've warmed up. Maybe I know what to do now. On to Battlefield as well.
Yeah, Battlefield main. I like this choice. You know, just giving yourself a little bit more verticality. I was going to say, especially if you are the Pikachu, it just gives you the opportunity to just extend your combos that much more, even though you are pretty floaty. As so far, it's just been a lot of dancing around each other, and the only contact landing from this Inkling. As the mouse, once again, just not able to get the ball rolling, as that's another good grab, but still no confirms. And I think part of that is just, you know, not the discomfort, but these are still, they're newer additions to the roster, right? I mean, we know that Bridge 4 has had this Inkling in his back pocket for a while, but it's not what we saw last season. It's not what we saw a lot of games on. And obviously we know this Pikachu, brand new addition for Team 7. So I think this is going to be a great moment for both of these players to really prove what are they looking like? What's the real depth of their rosters? Is it just going to be relying on the Zelda, relying on the Sora for Bridge 4? Is it going to be relying on the Lucas, relying on the Corrin, as we've seen before for Team 7? And
oh wow,
oh, that's a great clang as somehow the Rat brings it back a couple good chunks, a couple good trades, and he's on top.
Yeah, I'll say, and you guys can help me get an accurate number on this, but these two specifically have played against each other probably thousands of times. Maybe 1,000 is a lot. No, definitely thousands of times. Definitely thousands of times, but I don't know if they've played this matchup specifically more than a couple times. So it's a very much an understanding of how the other plays, but with different characters, you never know what they might pull out. You know, they might play a little differently. With the Pikachu, you're a little more combo heavy than other characters, but the Inkling, and it's so hard to avoid that side B. But at any percent above 80 on this Rat, you have to be careful. You have to be ready for the shield because that side B is just gonna basically be a stop.
Yeah, I mean, it really does feel like I was getting worried for a second. It seemed like we were going to see just a little bit more of that Inkling fishing, and you might be a squid, but sometimes when you go fishing, you're on the wrong side of it, as we saw in the previous matchup. And so far, it seems to be working out. Nothing too crazy. Both of them just trying to get a decent hit in, see if they can get a bit of an extension. Also want to say huge shout out to Chuckstar9K for the Prime. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Here as we kick off Season 5. It only gets better from here on out. I mean, you really do just have a treat with these two to start things off, as that Pikachu's getting awfully painted, and it doesn't seem like PK is going to be able to do much with it, but both of these players just really bringing it to each other, as they're both pretty light. Any solid smash could be it here, as we are dead even.
Gosh.
Down smash for the Pikachu, not one of your kill moves if you don't get the right angle, and oh man, I'm just waiting for one of these two to break through and see what they can do, and it's the side B once again. Ground and pound from the paintbrush.
I mean, Pikachu even got the forward air drag down, just didn't do anything out of it, and it hurts. Now, at 124, a lot of things will, well, Pikachu maybe not a lot of things, but there should be a few kill options here. Grab not being one of them, unfortunately.
And I like the idea, but it's again, you're hunting for an option instead of knowing what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like right now you're just looking for decent position. If you can get a back throw, that puts you in a spot for a back air to kill. But even still, another ground, another paintbrush pound, and somehow the rat stays alive, but there's a lot of work to be done. As he sticks around, side B keeps him alive, but every single smash attack will mean death. Any ground will do it. Pikachu just dancing to stay alive. Good grab. Down throw's not gonna kill. Not gonna get any confirms off the DI. This is just so tough. If you are a Team 7 fan, you want him to make the run back and prove this Pikachu. But so far, the Inkling seems to be getting it done, even with that recovery. Still staying alive at 182.
Oh my god, there was a berry. He's gonna get out of it. Hopefully, yeah, he'll get out of it. But you gotta watch out for the side Bs from here on out. He's gonna try to fish for him. Oh, but the down B or down air is gonna get it there. Oh, what a close match.
I mean, not even a sweet spot, just any contact seemed to get the job done, and this Inkling showing that there's some show. But I mean, honestly, both of these characters, I'm excited to see them develop throughout this season, because I think we're going to see a lot of heat, a lot of speed with these two potentially becoming, a little bit of an ace in the hole for these two teams. Is it going to be relying on the Lucas, relying on the Corrin, as we've seen before for Team 7?
At any point, you can get caught out, as you see Inkling getting caught out there with the forward smash. At any point, they can get caught out, and that's just a stock. Because smash attacks, I'd like to say, are really the only kill moves, unless you're really high level Inkling and you get like those really good up air combos, or back air on ledge. Usually here we see the forward smashes really taking the stocks, but you're right. I do want to see what it would look like, these two going up against each other now, versus what it might look like in the playoffs if they go against each other in the playoffs again. Not a good day for the mouse. Yeah, no, that's, I mean, and speaking of which, let's open that door for conversation. You've lost twice on the Pikachu. You have the Lucas. What's the choice? Do you want to go back to the Pikachu and hope that you can pull this game 4 out? Or do you go back to the main and say, hey, Lucas is my main. He's who I feel most comfortable with. I'm going to go with them. And then hopefully into Mat 5, go into the Pikachu. The Zero Suit Samus is there. Don't think it's really an option they're going to entertain. But if you are the Team 7, you have a lot of pieces at your disposal. The Sora and the Kazuya specifically, and the Sora will make an appearance here.
I mean,
match point for Bridge 4. And again, going to the Lucas, I think the Lucas is a smart choice. I did say before that Team 7, because they won the last match, or sorry, Bridge 4, because they won the last match, have to declare who they're going to play first, which means that Team 7 willingly picked the Lucas into the Sora. So maybe there's a game plan there that benefits the Lucas over the Pikachu.
I mean, I want to say that we saw this matchup in the grand finals last season at some point, just because this sort of really did turn into Bridge 4's kind of third main character after the Kazuya, especially after the Zelda, is one that he was really favoring towards the end of the season. Just so much flexibility, incredibly floating. We've already seen it here, just being able to control the center of the stage so easily with those sweeping aerials, but we're seeing that Lucas that Team 7's known for start to chip on back.
Yeah, something you have to think about is Thor. A lot of its kit is using its neutral B, using the Thundaga, and Lucas can just sit there and absorb it all. It isn't the most pivotal, but it is something that maybe if we're thinking about into this, but doesn't dodge the thunder there. Oh, and the perfect air dodge, but will still get punished. And something you have to talk about when you see the Sora. He is so floaty. He has the very floaty jump. He has the up B and then can go into a side B right after that has 3 little directional inputs. It's very hard to fight the Sora off stage, so it's very important that you just keep that stage control. Do not let them get stage control because, again, with those neutral B abilities, it's very hard to get it back. But again,
again, we're seeing the advantage of that floatiness. We're seeing these kill options off stage where you're just trying to control that space, but there's no control to be had when you can take every single option, but still keeping him off stage, get him into an up throw. Lucas taking the opening after what seemed to be a strong start.
Oh, he's alive. He's Sora. I forget he could decide you.
Yeah, he can't just do that.
Yeah, and something that we saw there at the end of that last stock was the Thundaga, the last one just barely missed. The second one hit, the last one missed, which allows the Lucas to live. It's still by the up air anyway, but a very interesting interaction. But again, this game has been basically tied up the whole time, kind of trading punch by punch. But it looks like maybe getting a little bit of an advantage with Sora gets frozen, gets back, but look at this combo game from the Sora. Swing out their neutral Bs there. Well, technically it's Lucas's side B, but you know what I mean.
Firing off that range. Trying to keep it controlled. And I don't love any use of the PK freeze. Yeah, it gives you a little bit of float, but as we saw there, it's so easy to punish. You have to be careful if you're the Sora here. Lucas does still have quite a few kill options. Always dangerous with that spike potential. Has 2 abilities that you can sneak it out on. And of course, right here, just the ice off the edge guards, and right there, smash attack. Sora's floatier, and that comes with the drawback of being real light and real easy to shove off stage.
He caught him out of the air. If that would have hit the ground, that would have been.
Oh wow! That was 30%
gosh.
that he just healed back.
You would think that 30% might have been the difference there in keeping this stock.
Oh, it was.
Oh my goodness. And again, if you're the Sora, you need to get this stock out of the way. You need to, and there it is. Okay, the up air off stage, an option we've seen a few times now, seeming to prove pretty useful. I mean, Sora off stage, you don't really have much to worry about. As long as you have that up B, that side B at your disposal, you can go pretty far and recover. You can't say the same for the Lucas. The up B isn't as reliable, easy to punish. And other than that, you have the snake to recover back to stage, but there's not much. There's not as much as Sora, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you really are just trying to play for center stage, but I had a worry for a moment that we were just going to see some Sora shenanigans and some difficulty, but there, nice little ground coming in from the Lucas. And I mean, we know why these are, 2 of the favorite characters of these 2 players going blow for blow. Those counters, I want to watch out for those, because if we start to see those counters come out as an option consistently, that's going to be a lot of end lag that this Lucas has already shown is very ready to take advantage of. And I love that recovery option, just using the grab to find his way back. And now, what are you doing? You're going to counter that position, but it puts you in an awkward spot, stays alive. Remember, he is just that floaty. Good grab to slow things down. Oh my gosh, and back throw will get the job done. And this Lucas, it's the ace in the hole for a reason, as we wouldn't have it any other way. These 2 just have to go the distance as we get a Game 5 to kick off the season.
What a matchup.
It's written in the script. I mean, what else can we say? As close as D2's competitors are, it only makes sense that we go to a map 5.
That you can sneak it out on, and of course right here, just
Pikachu in Game 5.
The ice off the edge guards, and right there!
50-50.
I think so.
Statistically
Or are they going to
speaking,
bring out the dark horse?
and that's the thing about this league, is it's all strategy. You've seen the Pikachu, and you beat the Pikachu twice now. You say, hey, he hasn't seen the Zero Suit. Maybe I bring this out. Maybe it's they'll catch him off guard. Granted, he has to declare who he's going to play first since he won that last game, but he hasn't seen the Zero Suit, and frankly, he's not a player that Bridge or Team 7 plays often. So,
Meanwhile, Bridge has Sora and Kazuya to pull out.
I think Kazuya would be scary.
also,
Got a
sorry, go ahead.
gifted
Yes,
subs.
shout
in
out to
chat.
the anonymous gifter. I think, what's that, 1, 2, is that 2 subs that we got? Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support a lot. It means the world to us. We put a lot of time into the production. We put a lot of time into the league. I know the commissioner's watching tonight. He puts a lot of time into planning this all out. And so we are very, very appreciative, all the participants here. I mean, we put time into this stuff. So we're glad that you guys find enjoyment in it and find it as entertaining as we do. Find it fun to show this to the world and show you guys our skills.
Kazuya versus Pikachu here.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love Kazuya. He's such a cool character. It's so cinematic.
Oh my god! He lives.
That would have been
Resistance.
a crazy.
Bro, yeah, that would have been a way to start. But again, it's funny because you see that, and it's still kind of tied. You know, it could have. Oh, he only gets one.
Not anymore.
Oh, misinput.
Lessons learned in week 1.
Yeah.
Pikachu recovery can be a little dicey.
Yeah.
He's locked
Yeah,
in.
because with this matchup, I think we're seeing what at least I was expecting initially out of the Pikachu Kazuya is that Kazuya he's lumbering. He's a little slow. It's tough for him to get his feet if he's just getting jostled around, as we are seeing there's quite a bit. But once you get to that 100% threshold, here comes the pain, as that's what 30% in one ability, just absolutely destructive.
Yeah.
Out of this Kazuya, he's heavy enough. That ain't gonna kill. I don't think we're gonna see any spikes coming through, and now the recovery game getting back to center stage and ducking under the kick.
Yeah, usually you want to save that rage for a little higher percent because it has so much knockback that if you're like at 60%, it might just kill. There you go. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got a game going.
That was so
We all just simultaneously just like grunted at that. That is a lot of damage though.
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
But as you said, the Pikachu has a bit of the combo game. Can get a combo going here and a little percentage started. The forward airs, up tilts. But again, Kazuya just has hands. And a laser.
Oh, wow.
Still can recover here though. Saves the jump. No tech.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The no
I don't know
tech
who you are.
hurts.
You're not attacking that.
It was an untackable. That was untackable. He was done. Once that read was down, it's a soul read that just sends you to the shadow realm, and now a full stock down from the mouse.
Ooh.
You know, it's looked decent, but I think we are just feeling that it's not that practiced. It's not like some of the other characters, whereas this Kazuya was a terror of the last season. And why do heavies have such good recoveries?
Wow. Something that Bridge or Team 7 has said multiple times in the past is how forgiving that Pikachu down B or down air is. Reads the tech but can't punish. Perfect air dodge to avoid the up air, or the forward air rather. If he gets one, there it is. Okay,
There it
we
is.
had to see one. We had to see one if he's thinking about coming back in this game.
No.
All right, here we go. Combo starter here. Read
Right over
the air
here.
dodge. Oof. Oh my goodness.
And he solid here does it.
Doesn't
Yeah, you're
punish.
dancing with your life, dancing with the end of the stock if you are Team 7. But as we see, this mouse just keeps chipping away.
Oh my.
There's another bit of a combo, catches the back air to extend it, and that super armor doesn't
my
last
God.
too long.
Oh
He
my
gets
God.
the fair, and it is our reigning champion,
Wow.
starting
Oh my
off the
God.
season strong, taking down his rival, and proving this Pikachu has what it takes in this league. And I would not have had this one start off any other way.